AITA for choosing my fiancé over my family after they treated him like trash. I 29. FAM in a bit of a dilemma and need some perspective. My family has always been very close-knit, and I've always been the peacemaker. For context, I'm the oldest of 3 siblings. My younger brother, Jake 25M, and my sister, Emma 22F, have always been close with my parents, and I was the one who often played the role of the mediator whenever things got heated between them. However, things took a serious turn after I got engaged to my fiancé, Daniel, 32 MD. Daniel is a great guy. He's hardworking, kind, and has a good sense of humor. He doesn't come from a wealthy family, but he has built a solid life for himself. My family, especially my parents, have always placed a lot of importance on social status and wealth. They tend to judge people based on their background, which has always frustrated me. They would often make comments about my friends or anyone I dated if they felt they didn't measure up. I've always pushed back on that, but deep down, I knew I had to prove to them that I wasn't dating someone beneath my standards. When I introduced Daniel to my parents, things were awkward from the start. My dad didn't hide his disappointment. He made a few backhanded remarks about how Daniel wasn't the type he imagined for me, and that maybe I could do better. My mom was quieter, but still seemed visibly uncomfortable. At family gatherings, they would make small talk with Daniel, but were clearly cold. The worst part came when my brother Jake started cracking jokes about Daniel's job, insinuating that he wasn't successful enough. I tried to brush it off, but I could tell it was affecting Daniel. He's the type of person who doesn't let things slide easily, and he started pulling back. Every time we had dinner with my family, I could see how uncomfortable Daniel was. I tried to talk to my parents about it, telling them that if they wanted to be part of our lives, they had to accept Daniel. I even brought up how hurtful their behavior was, but they brushed me off, saying things like, "We're just looking out for you," and "We want what's best for you." I started having to choose between spending time with my family and spending time with Daniel, which was tearing me apart. I tried to balance it as best as I could, but it felt like an impossible situation. Finally, after a particularly brutal dinner where my dad criticized Daniel's career again and my brother made a joke about Daniel's financial situation, I lost it. I stood up in front of everyone and told them that if they couldn't respect my choice in a partner, they didn't need to be a part of my life anymore. I told them that Daniel was everything I wanted and needed, and if they couldn't accept that, they could stay away. I left the dinner early with Daniel and haven't spoken to my family since. Now, my mom has been calling me, leaving messages saying that I've disrespected them and that I'm choosing a man over my family. My sister has messaged me saying I'm being too harsh, and Jake hasn't said anything directly, but has been telling mutual family members that I'm being dramatic. My parents have even suggested that I take some time apart from Daniel to think about my choices. I feel like I've done the right thing by standing up for Daniel, but the guilt is eating at me. I've always been the peacemaker in the family, and now it feels like I've completely alienated them. I don't want to lose my family, but I also don't want to be with someone who doesn't respect my partner. So, AITA for choosing Daniel over my family? Or should I have just tried harder to make peace and keep the family intact?